That is the world I am, that's the world I was brought up in. Now you say it's too harsh for the world of today. And you may be right. I mean, thinking about it, the world has changed, the society has changed. Take a look at what we have in the White House. Can you imagine a man like this in the White House 20 years ago? Impossible. How could so many people have fallen for this joker? How is it possible? All right, there were Democrats who were legitimate candidates who had experience and we knew who they were and with whom we could trust the country to hand it to them. I wouldn't have liked their policies necessarily, but I didn't have doubts about where they were born, where their loyalties lied. But this guy out of nowhere, he even beat the Hillary Clinton machine. How'd this happen? You say to yourself. Why? Because we have created an entire generation of fools. Fools, idiots, to be fooled by this guy. How do you take the most far-left radical senator in history? You got to even look at Barack Obama's senatorial history. How did he become a senator? Why the Chicago machine make him a senator? Think of Blagojevich, think of Rahm Emanuel, think of Al Capone. Now you have him in the presidency and you don't watch The Sopranos? I say to myself every day, no wonder my cholesterol is upside down. But here we are. Conservatives now outnumber liberals in all 50 states, says Gallup poll. You hear this? In every state of the union, conservatives self-identify more conservatives than liberals in all 50 states. You would think by turning on the news that 90% of Americans are liberal. They all can't wait for Joseph Stalin's Russia to appear, according to MSNBC. More snotty nonsense by chicks. That includes the men on it, including the guy who urinates. They say he does. I'm sorry. The tall guy with the glasses, they claim he urinates under the table. That's the rumor inside the commentary mill. His legs shake while he broadcasts, and they have to mop up the floor after it. I don't know if it's true. That's what they say. I haven't any idea if there's any truth to that. So let's take the callers. As I said to you, I told you what I said already. What did I say already? I forgot what I said. I need a vacation. I launched the book on the website yesterday. You're buying the book. I need to go away. But here's my dilemma. Everything where I want to go, I nix in my head before I even. In other words, before the plan, before I finish the sentence, I'll go. Bing, it's don't go. Why? Because I've traveled to everywhere I ever wanted to go in my life. Remember, I was a plant collector, an exotic plant collector, in the 1970s and 80s. Actually, going back to 1969. That's before Al Gore even knew what the Earth was. I was collecting plants in the rainforest, trying to rescue them from extinction. I'm not asking for a halo. It's just a fact of reality. I earned a real PhD based upon some of this research, based upon other work. So what I'm getting at is, how much more travel does a person need? How many of you really like going to a hotel? It's just a place, why is that a destination? I don't. Do we have any advertisers that are travel agencies, Beowulf, before I continue on this track? No, thank you. They all dropped me. All right, so I can continue now. I told you what happened. We went to Cancun because the family is normal. They like to travel. I got to admit it. They're normal people. They enjoy it. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. I'm getting more cantankerous, more difficult. They do say, now that you think about it, that when people get older, they get set in their ways. I used to hear that when I was young. I didn't know what it meant. Yeah, I hear what you mean. Like setting your way. You don't want to do certain things. Say, no, I don't do this, and you won't. You're inflexible. That is true. Then maybe I'm becoming inflexible in that regard. But so they want to go. So we went to Cancun. And they know that I'm picky. So God bless them. My son got me the top floor end unit, windows both sides, so the wind would blow through, so I wouldn't complain about a lack of air. Perfect room over the beach, right? Wrong. I laid down in the bed like wood. Now, remember, I made a pre-call to the manager. And he spoke fairly good English, and I spoke broken English. Blah, blah, senor. I get with the senor job till I wanted to break something. And I said, no perfume in the room, no hair shirts on the bed, soft mattress. Si, senor. Si, senor. I get in the room. It smelled like, let us put it to you this way. It was like that Orson Welles movie. What was that one, Beowulf? The Orson Welles? Yeah, Touch of Evil. The room smelled like Touch of Evil had occurred in it, and they had oversprayed it with like bad perfume. So I said, now you're imagining. Come on, stop already. Don't say anything to the family because it's enough. You drove them crazy coming down here. Well, I lay on the bed. It's a rock. So right away I say to the guy, you got to change, put a mattress pad on. 5 people with the si, senor, knock, knock, si, senor. And they open it up. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth what happened. They pull the cover off the bed. a blood stain the size of a dead pig on the mattress. I said, that's it, I'm getting out. Take the mattress out of here. I started yelling, get the mattress out of this room. Now, either there was a murder or a birth in the room prior to my arrival. But I'm giving you an example. What did I need this for? Why do I want to travel to exotic locations to experience H1N8 flu, meaning Mexican flu? I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you now. I mean, it is the origin. You're not allowed to say that anymore. In fact, they're so proud of it that they erected a statue to the kid who originated the disease, who had the first case of the disease in Mexico. It's interesting how they glor. It is an interesting thing. The kid, you say, don't say it, it's racist, say Mexican flu. Well, first of all, it's accurate. It would be somewhat racist if you made it up and it wasn't accurate, but it's dead accurate. It started in Mexico because the first known case in a human was in the interior of Mexico. They're so proud of the kid, they built a statue to him in his hometown. I think that's cute, isn't it? The town that gave the world swine flu. Maybe they could go there. People could start traveling to that town. Oh, God, what a world. So it gets darker. I don't want to get in the air every day and complain that society's no good and Obama's a socialist. But, things are getting worse. They're not getting better. Like here in San Francisco, you think you couldn't go lower? It just went lower. We have a supervisor, one of the city supervisors who can't get a job anywhere else. He's trying to pass a law that would shield illegal immigrant youths from deportation by the federal government. Perfect way to have kids as drug runners. In other words, if you catch a kid under a certain age running drugs or murdering somebody, this clown wants to make sure he can't be deported. Can you believe I live in a city like this? By definition, the supervisor is enabling criminals. He should be arrested by the federal government. Isn't there a limit to what a supervisor can do? Read about it. It's on michaelsavage.com. Then order my book. Okay? I can't believe how worse it gets. Is there anybody in the city of San Francisco who works for the city who actually represents taxpayers? I don't know of one official who represents the actual taxpayers and citizens. Every one of them represents illegal aliens and some kind of nefarious special interest.